hope you're all well. So I'm back before you again with another snippet from the latest ebook I've released, You Deserve the Best and More. And as always, I pray that it blesses you. This is what it looks like. You deserve the best and more. And I pray that it blesses you as always. I enjoyed writing this ebook, and I feel like it was an ebook of transparency, of lessons, of encouragement, of self-reflections, and just really going back down memory lane for all the mistakes that I made, and being able to just give thanks that I'm no longer that broken woman who made those mistakes, who settled, who accepted less than God's best for me. And so all that put together in this ebook is what I'm sharing with you all today. So the snippet that I'm going to be sharing comes from the chapter which is titled Positioning Yourself. And I read, once I accepted the decision to stop accepting less, God brought me more. Let's talk about being in position. Firstly, in its simplest form, to be in position is to have something or someone in their correct or usual place of arrangement. We hear a lot about women being in position to ensure that they do not miss their Boaz, and the story of Ruth and Boaz has its limelight a lot when it comes to the decision of marriage and being found. But I would like to speak about position in a sense of positioning wrong to attract wrong and not even being ready to be found, even though you claim you're positioned. I'll use myself as an example. For so long, I was positioned, ill-equipped, frustrated and vulnerable. I was always attracting the wrong types, and so my positioning became a tool in the eyes of the wrong men to come my way, waste my time and use my vulnerability against me. You see, you can be positioned but positioned wrongly, and so when men are coming, the fact that they are wrong is not the matter, but the fact that they are wrongly pursuing you must surely mean that they will not change and you both will struggle from the onset. So I ask you these questions. Have you prayed and fasted? Have you sought after God? Have you worked on yourself? Have you understood men to some degree? And are you patient or desperate? And again, I use myself throughout this ebook just to really encourage you that this is me coming from a place of openness about the mistakes that I made, about the things that I can't go back and change, but I can learn from, and just the beauty of when you walk with God, how He's able to work through you to really align you with His will and bring someone that you both can work together to be a blessing to the kingdom. Because the way I've seen marriage now is not so much just the love aspect, but there's a purpose attached to it. You both coming together to be able to fulfill the purpose that God has placed you both to fulfill. That's why with marriage it's so important to not just look at the exterior, to not just look at the material things they have, but their spirit. Can they pray? How will they cover you in marriage? How will they support you in your giftings? You know, there's so many things that you can reflect on. But it all starts with your positioning. As it says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So when you are found, you are then the favor that the man can obtain from the Lord. So you need to position yourself, work on yourself, embrace your single season, embrace the waiting season, which in essence is the single season. And just allow yourself to really learn, embrace, live the life that God has called you to live. Do what He's called you to do. And not relying on thinking that is when I get married that I'll be able to fulfill purpose, or when I get married I'll be happy, or when I get married I'll have all that I need. You know, it starts from the decision of, God, I'm not going to settle anymore. I'm going to allow for you to direct my path, and I'm going to wait for you, even if it's years, even if, you know, others around me are getting married and I'm not. I will still trust in you, as hard and as difficult as it is. But it all starts with that decision. And it all starts with you positioning yourself the right way. As I mentioned in the ebook, I was positioned for a long time, but wrongly. You can be positioned wrongly to attract the wrong guys. And you can be positioned wrongly thinking that you are positioned the right way and ready for a relationship. But the ones that keep coming, you're just settling. So I'm not going to make this too long, but it's just really for me to help you to understand in a different way that as much as we talk about, yeah, you can position yourself for the right man to come, there's also positioning that allows you to only attract the bad men, the wrong men. And so it's one of those things that you learn, you grow, but you give God thanks for how far you've come and all that you've learned, because you're able to encourage other people. You're able to not avoid, you're able to avoid making the same mistakes, so to not go down the same path as before. And yeah, in all, it's really just to put it out there that marriage is not a joke. You know, it's an institution that God has created, but one that the devil will fight. And so before we even think about going into it with anyone, we need to make sure we've prayed, we've sought wise counsel, we've studied the word on it, we have, really allowed God to just, prune and purge and teach us and show us what it is that, people may not be able to show us, or people may not be able to cover. But yeah, it's really an important institution, one that, by the grace of God, we will not make the wrong decision to go into it with, but one that will trust in God with every step of the way, for him to really allow himself to showcase his glory in that area. So I'm going to stop it there. I pray that this has encouraged and blessed you, and just got you thinking as well about your positioning and what you can change and work on in your life. So yeah, until next time, take care guys. Bye.